You know, the Knicks were only down 29-25 with like 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, and then I don't know what happened, but Philly then just...
Bench came in.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Bench came in, they weren't ready, yeah.
Philly, the run was 39-15 in favor of Philly at one point in the first half.
Yeah, listen, the Knicks bench is led by Trey Burke, and when he struggles, it's going to be like when Tim Hardaway Jr. struggles with the starters. Knicks are going to struggle as a team, and Trey Burke struggled shooting the ball. And
Philly's bench is underestimated. It's a good, you know,
underrated.
You can't really,
yeah, definitely underrated.
You can't name a lot of these guys, but they do a great job.
Out of Bucknell's
good
effective.
Pickup Muscala was. He's a stretch type of player. Obviously, Redick, he ran this curl just all day long. Moutier couldn't keep up with him. Ntilikina couldn't keep up with him. He was just lighting them up. And then, of course, Joel Embiid. And then when two guys go for the ball and you leave him open, that's a high percentage, easy basket. And once again, just screen roll, and it's just too easy.
Yeah, Joel Embiid was solid, and he was actually out there with some of those second unit guys, and that makes it really tough. I thought Canner played well against him, especially in that first half. Canner went back at him and made him defend, but it all starts with J.J. Redick. I mean, you saw on those plays, you can't give him any separation.
How do you guard someone like that? Because once the screen is set, he's got enough. That's all he needs.
Yeah, but you
how do you
have any room between you and the screener. When you leave a little bit too much room, then the screener can kind of lean in and create more space for J.J. Redick to come off those curls, and all he needs is 1 second to get his shot up, and he's so effective in shooting threes and shooting off the curl.
And we saw last year with the Celtics when they played them, why they were able to dominate was because Al Horford's so good in pick and roll.
Right.
He's got length. The Celtics, you have to have length defense to beat this Sixers team. The Knicks had some smaller guys out there. Moutier's not a length defender by any means. So anytime there was a smaller guard and you get caught up in the switch, I mean, we saw one with Trey Burke where he was,
and it's anticipation. I just thought a lot of the guys, they weren't anticipating, plays call. When a play's called for J.J. Redick, you can tell. He starts getting giddy. He starts moving a little bit quicker.
Right.
That's when you as a defender, you got to anticipate and be one step ahead where he's going, or else if you're one step behind, you're in deep trouble. He's going to make you pay.
Philly guys, as a team, for the game, shot 54%. Here's what it looked like, and they were 70% in the first quarter. They shot 70% in the first quarter.
Look at this. I mean, everything's red. Speaking of roll red, you know, everywhere. The threes for them were a factor because of the bench, really. I thought the bench made the difference there, but, I mean, you can see.
12 out of 25 from downtown.
Probably should have pushed him more to the right side of the court there.
No, they were hot, you know, and you let a team like this get into rhythm. They're a high-scoring team that has matchup advantages all over the floor. Embiid is tough. Redick was hot.
Only 16 free throw attempts for the Sixers. I mean, didn't even try to foul, just get physical a little bit. Second game of the back-to-back.
You always want to just foul. What do you want to foul, J.J. Redick?
You want
to foul a 90% jump shooter?
No, I'd rather let him just come across a curl and
I'd rather make him
get into a rhythm.
Make him make an 18-footer.
Well, how about knock him off? How about knock him off his rhythm a little bit?
Put him on the foul line when he's in the penalty. It's an automatic 2 points.
Well, maybe you just get him out of rhythm. Maybe bother him a little bit. Maybe it'll bother him.
Our DraftKings player spotlight shines on Joel Embiid. 26 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists. Play one-day fantasy basketball on DraftKings.com, the official one-day fantasy partner of the New York Knicks. He's got that outside game that makes it even harder to stop when he goes to the basket.
And there's what I was talking about when you get a guy like Burke on him. You know, Burke's in no man's land. And this guy's fantasy gold, too, because he does everything. What I love about him, Wally, he's bringing the big man back, the post-game back. In the NBA, which is all about three-point shooting and spread the floor and positionless. He's that old-school center that you remember from back in the day when the pivot was a big part of the game, and I love the way he plays.
Those are his averages, pretty much. I mean, a little bit more on the assists. I was going to see if maybe he could get to a triple-double. He was at 6 assists at the half, but he can go inside, he can go outside. His key is his health. He's figured out how to stay healthy and stay on the floor. He's a beast. I'll tell you one guy that wasn't DraftKings, you mentioned him, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is not going to be as effective as a fantasy guy on this team as compared to other teams. He's the third option on this team. He's just not. Joel Embiid, J.J. Redick, Simmons, then maybe Jimmy Butler.